Hey, what's up guys, Steven here and welcome to my first look and unboxing video on the UMI Rome X. So sorry I wasn't quite active in the China phone scene, but we have a lot of projects going on and you will be soon informed on that. But yeah, today we have an unboxing on this cheap phone. It's probably one of the cheapest phones you can get except of that Freedom phone, but looks like a scam anyway. You can find a link down below in the description to efoxshop.com, a quite reliable shop, so make sure you check it out. And now let's get started and let's have a closer look at the smartphone. So I don't want to bore you with all the specs, you can find the specs down below in the description, but just some key facts about the phone. 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB of ROM, 5.5 inches HD resolution IPS screen, so not AMOLED like on the UMI Rome, so it's the cheaper version. Also it runs a not so good chipset, it's the MTK 6580 quad-core processor. The battery is 2500 mAh, but well, looks a little bit less to me, and it claims to have a Sony sensor, actually the Sony 179. Okay, so let's get started and let's do the unboxing. And there we go. Here's what I've got from efoxshop.com. Now the Rome X, you can actually buy an extra magic glass screen protector like with a lot of UMI phones. Now the Rome X has exactly the same dimensions like the Rome, so you will see that this screen protector also has the same layout. I can quickly show you here what's inside. So we have wet wipes to clean the display, we have dry wipes, and then we have the screen protector, which is made out of tempered glass, or probably not such a good quality like some phantom glass or expensive screen protectors, but just check this out guys, it looks really thick and also quite scratch resistant. Okay, but let's put this beside. So the screen protector, I think it's like 10 bucks extra. And here we have the smartphone for around, 66 euro. Comes in a pretty small package. You can see here UMI Rome X on the back side with all the specs. Then let's open up the package. First of all here a quick starter guide or something like that. Oh, upside down. So where I can find all the buttons, connectors and all that. And thanks for purchasing a UMI product. Okay, so if you have seen my dismantling video on the UMI Rome, then you have seen that actually comes with an LCD display. So if you consider getting the UMI Rome except of the UMI Rome X just because of the display, forget it, it's the same display. Alright, so far as I can see we're here in the bootloader, so somehow it turned on in the package, but well, I will quickly reboot the smartphone. Alright, so just rebooted the phone, this is how it looks like now. First feeling here in my hands, well, not so bad, so actually it feels pretty good in my hands because of the curved backside. But for now, let's put it beside and let's check out what other things we can find inside of the package. Now don't expect too much, so this is a low budget phone, so there will just be the charger and probably a charging cable inside, and this is how it looks like. So we have here some generic China phone charger. There is no rating on there, so that looks really, oh yeah, it's here. UMI travel charger, 5 volts, 1 amp, so it's a 5 watt charger, nothing special, super lightweight, so probably consider replacing that with a high quality one. Now the UMI Rome, it comes with a micro USB port, so you just have here a micro USB charging cable, nothing special, so no USB Type-C like for instance on the UMI Hammer S or something like that. Alright, this is what you can find inside of the package all along with the smartphone. I have here the golden version, and I would say let's have a closer look at it. So here it is, the UMI Rome X, and it has exactly the same display like the UMI Rome. So this is not an AMOLED, this is an edge-lit LCD display, so yeah, it has good viewing angles, but this is definitely not AMOLED on the Rome, and here at least they have the right specifications. So the Rome X officially comes with an IPS panel, which you can also see in the darkness, so the black tones and all that, not too good at all, but the resolution looks really quite okay, so for that price, nothing to worry about. Alright, so you can see there's a black bar around the display, so you can see it if we open up here notifications, but well, it doesn't look too bad at all. Now, so far as I can see, it has curved glass here on the edges, so it looks pretty good. So we have that arc screen. At the bottom we have capacitive touch buttons. There is no backlight, so just reflecting the light a little bit, painted here in silver, but it looks quite okay to me. What looks pretty strange is the microphones. It's like a drilled hole in there. It's not all along placed here somewhere in the speaker grids, which is not a dual speaker anyway. So it would look way better if the microphone would be in there. I'm not really sure if actually the quality is better this way, but yeah, well. We have the front-facing camera, we have a light and proximity sensor speaker, and what you can see here is that it comes with a front-facing LED flash, but well, it's very, very small. So basically, I really enjoyed the iPhone 6s, for instance, because it uses a display as flash for selfies, and this works pretty good. But those Chinese LED flashes like here on the UMI Rome X, just forget it, guys. Okay, the back cover, it's removable. It's made out of plastic. It's the golden version UMI logo here. We have here a dual LED flash, so yeah, it's not too strong, but it's quite okay. We have here the rear camera sticking out of the device a little bit. Okay, so let's remove the back cover. There's a little slot here at the bottom to remove it, so just go in there with your fingernail, peel it off. This is how it looks like. And we have here the battery inside, so comes with the UMI logo. I actually unpacked the battery, so I had a look at the internals, and yeah, I just thought there's probably a factory label inside which shows the capacity. On the stick it says 2500, but well, if you're a bit familiar with those Chinese batteries, then you know they're sometimes a little bit fake, so not too much, but you can see this is very, very thin, so I really don't think that the capacity is 2500, but we'll definitely go and measure it. And I also stated that in my unboxing, but the battery life of the chipset is really quite okay. So you can see it from the inside. Yeah, Rome X, 2 IMEI numbers. Well, it's a dual SIM phone. We have here SIM card slot 1, SIM card slot 2. Micro SD card slot here, left top corner. Then here at the bottom the music box, so the speaker, you can check it out in my dismantling video, antennas, and yeah, that's everything here from the inside. Pretty easy to dismantle. Buttons are made out of metal, but well, they feel really crappy, so the power button is sliding up and down. Same goes for the volume rocker. Well, what do you expect? So for the price it's actually okay. We have here a dual speaker grid, so actually it's just a single speaker, it's just for the design, so it looks a lot like a Galaxy S6 Edge, sorry, from the bottom side here. So yeah, like the opposite of an S6 Edge, if you just keep that in mind. Yeah, that's it, guys. The frame is really, really solid, so I've taken the phone apart and it's very, very stable, and that's the phone here from the inside. Now I would say let's put it back together, and then I'll quickly switch it on and show you how it performs, run some benchmarks, and yeah, that's it. Something I always forget to mention, 3.5mm headphone jack here at the top, no IR blaster, yeah, that's it. That's the design here of the Rome X, but let's power it on now. Okay, everything configured, so the phone is up and running. Now let's check it out a little bit, and let me give you my first impression and all that. Now I have to say, for the price, the phone performs quite good. So it's still not the smoothest experience, so there is some kind of lag sometimes, but actually for a phone which I would give to my mother, or if I would have children as the first smartphone, it's really quite reliable. So it's only around 66 euro, which, yes, very, very cheap. But for sure, shipping adds to the price and import tax depending on your country, so it can go up to over 100 too. Okay, so let's have a closer look here at the menu. As you can see, UMI doesn't really customize the smartphone, so everything pretty close to stock except here of the launcher button. Yeah, the app drawer here, as you can see, so we just have here the UMI logo and that's it. We can quickly go here to the settings to check out some features we can find in here. And first of all, Wi-Fi. Now, Wi-Fi is not too bad at all. Tried it here on several spots in my office, and actually it's better than on my iPhone 6s Plus, because on my iPhone 6s Plus I always use Wi-Fi connection. I hate this phone already so much, I would like to smash it against the wall. Honestly, 900 I could buy like 10 UMIs for the price. But yeah, you can see Wi-Fi works pretty good, also finds the other networks which I can't even find on my iPhone. So it seems that there's something broken on my phone. Alright, Bluetooth, well, haven't really tested, but I will test it in my car. And here we have the usual stuff, mobile networks, nothing special in here. Now regarding the display settings, you can see there is mirror vision inside, so yeah, that's it. And here we have the storage. Now this phone, as I've told you, it has 8 GB, so the total space here right now it's 4.9 GB, and straight out of the box with just the benchmark application installed, it's like 4.5 GB available. But for sure you can use micro SD cards, so that's no problem at all. Then here we have the battery. So I can't really tell you anything about the battery right now, so Flo and me is going to test this phone in the next days, but so far as I see, the battery drop is already a lot for just using it for a short period of time, and I have to say I don't think that the battery will last more than a day, and also the battery looks quite slim. The next here is apps, so we can check out here apps running in the background. As I've told you, it's a low budget phone, that means only 1 GB of RAM, but this is quite sufficient, so UMI tweaked this ROM a little bit. You can see system and apps running in the background only takes around 350 megabytes, which is less than 50%, so yeah, that's quite efficient. But it's not the smoothest experience I've had on a smartphone because, well, low budget, guys. We have gesture sensing, so For instance, yeah, you can use the proximity sensor here in the launcher. We can quickly try it out later. Or to take pictures in the camera. So that's also included. We have smart gestures, so to wake up your smartphone. There's also double click to wake the screen, so double tap to wake up, which is quite important for some users. We have your language and input, so for sure this is multi-language. And it's not the full Android language pack, so some things are missing, but everything you can see here right now on the screen is supported. So if you need, you can take a screenshot and check out the languages. Okay, that's regarding language and input, blah blah, about the phone. And here we can see that it is running Android 5.1. And people always ask for software updates, Marshmallow and some other older UMI phones, but well guys, forget it. So they're actually more busy with pushing out smartphones than to push their updates. So you'll be stuck, I guess, with Android 5.1. Also the hardware is, yeah, kind of crappy. And also on some older smartphones, I don't expect to get a Marshmallow update. I can't really promise you, but I don't think that there will be one. Okay, so here you can see the launcher. It's okay. So there's some slight amount of delay, but really not too bad for the price. We can quickly check out here the camera application. And here's the front-facing camera. Now for sure, not too good at all. The front-facing LED flash, which you can see here, this is totally useless. Now, okay, it's an automatic, but we can now try it out. So do you see that, guys? Makes no difference also in complete darkness. Really, it just makes a difference if your face is like 10 centimeters away from the smartphone. Now, we took some selfies before with Flow, so just check them out, guys. Yeah, the camera is okay for, yeah, kid's phone or whatever, but you see it gets really noisy if you don't have enough light. Here it's a little bit better, but colors look washed out and everything. Not really fancy at all. Okay, we can quickly have a look at the rear camera. So here, for instance, the iPhone package. Now, yeah, cleaned the lens. Still, pictures look a little bit blurry, but yeah, if you have enough light, you will get some okay shots, but don't expect too much here, even though it's a Sony camera. So at least Sony camera module. Okay, then that was the camera. You can see it comes with just the basic stuff. So Google Play Store is pre-installed, and yeah, that's it actually. And here are some applications I've pre-installed, and I would say let's quickly do some benchmarks and check out how fast this phone really is with the MTK 6580. So guys, the benchmarks are finished. Here's the result. First of all, the Antutu benchmark, 17,500 points. So if you check this out in the ranking, this is not a very good result. Here also the info, so as you can see it runs a 32-bit ROM, so this is Android 5.1 but 32 bits only. We have here the MTK 6580, Mali 400MP. I'm not really sure about the chipset right now, if it supports 64 bits, but I guess no. I will check it out and leave you that down below in the description. We have a 720p display, 13.3 megapixel rear camera, but well, as I've told you, it doesn't look so fancy. The 6580, yeah, it's a 32-bit SoC, okay, so it's confirmed right now. 4 cores and 1300 megahertz. So for instance, the MTK 6735, it's a quad-core chipset with 1 to 1.3 gigahertz, and it's 64 bits, for instance. Okay, yeah, nothing special in here. So front-facing camera is actually 5.3 megapixels, but also not really sure about that. You have seen the results, it doesn't look too good at all. In Geekbench, it scores a very low single-core score of 358, and also multi-core score is not really impressive, but well, for that price, it's really quite okay. We can quickly check out here CPU-C, and there we go. So it's quite interesting to have a look at the chipset. So this clocks here from 600 up to 1.3 gigahertz. So just like the 6735. Okay, CPU-C stopped. Let's try it again. There we go. So here we have device info, 960 megabytes, blah blah blah, nothing too fancy. There is no root access, so this UMI phone does not come pre-rooted, but I'm pretty sure there's a tutorial on their website, so on the forums. Regarding the temperatures, keeps pretty cool even here after gaming, absolutely no issues, and here you can see the sensors, so just very basic sensors. Something I wanted to say about customization. Now, this is a quite new chipset, so MTK Droid tools probably won't work with that, and yeah, the problem is that you probably can't create custom recoveries so easy. So you can definitely do that on your own, but it's nothing for the average user. Yeah, we'll have something like that on China devices, so make sure to check it out. Alright, so we have an accelerometer, light sensor, proximity sensor, and not any special features, no gyroscope, no magnetic sensor, so very, very basic. I tried to get them fixed inside with GPS, no way. Also near the window, no way. So I will try it outside in my car later, but I think GPS is pretty crappy on that phone. probably the antenna layout. Not really sure about the chipset though, but we'll test it out. And here we have the multi-touch tester, and as you can see, this is a 2-point capacitive touchscreen. So they really saved a lot on the screen. So regarding a multi-touch feature, regarding the viewing angles, so also it's a normal LCD and nothing special. And the display looks actually the same like in a normal Rome, so nothing about AMOLED so far. Okay guys, so this is what this phone can do. So the specs and a little bit more, so the benchmarks. We'll now test it a little bit better, or maybe bring you an update review on that one here, but this should basically cover the whole phone. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe that you don't miss any unboxings or reviews about China phones. Check out chinadevices.com for more content, and thanks for watching. See you soon.